Okay, so let's start. All right, so the first thing that you're gonna need is you're gonna need a vase. This was one that I found at Hobby Lobby. It's actually a candle holder. It's in the candle section. But I liked that it flows outward instead of a lot of the vases, they tend to go in, and I don't like that because you don't get like an overflow hanging for the flowers. They just kind of like end up getting like being choked. So I like the design of this. So I came out and I spray painted it. I just got spray paint from Walmart, and then I did that outside last night. I put 2 coats on, and then you're also gonna need dry foam. So I got this at Dollar Tree. It's the cheapest there. It's $1 for one. They also sell it at Hobby Lobby, but at Hobby Lobby, I think it's like $2.99 for one of these. Hell no. You'll also need a pair of snips to cut your floral stuff with, and obviously you need a variety of this. So first off, I'm going to measure my dry foam and put it in here. And this is exactly how you do floral arrangements too. I mean, I'm not a pro, so, but from me watching YouTube videos. Okay, so I want it lower than the top because I don't want to see the foam. So I'm going to cut off, and I'm just using a kitchen knife, and I'm gonna cut off a section. So I want it right underneath that, so you can't really see it, like if you were to look at it on the counter. So I'm gonna do that, and ideally, like right now, this doesn't really fit, like it's like kind of wobbling around in there. So, you hear my dog in the background, she likes to bark at other dogs outside. So I'm gonna cut another one because I would like it to be pretty sturdy in there. So what I'm gonna do is, this one won't fit in here again, so I'm actually gonna cut this in half. You could probably get away with just one. Perfect. And then I'm gonna cut this one a little bit off the top, and then squish it in there. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I'll just put these aside, save them for another project. So first off, I'm gonna start with my greenery. So I put a poll up on my Instagram, and because I have a bunch of different greenery here that I've collected from a bunch of different places. And so I think I'm actually gonna use all of it. I'm not just gonna stick with one, but I have silver dollar eucalyptus, baby blue eucalyptus, and this looks like a type of seeded eucalyptus without the seeds, basically, whatever. Anyways, so I'm gonna start here. Now I'm gonna clip off the ends exactly just like this. And then I'm gonna go in and start my floral arrangement. So you can make it as drapey as you want, or as tight together as you want. That's gonna depend on like how far down you put it. And this is exactly why I like this rim, because you can see it's like, it'll hang more over the sides instead of like going straight up like this, which is what you'll have if you have a jar that's like this one here. So this one here, it doesn't overflow, so they can't really hang off the sides. So that's why I chose this design. I wanna make sure that you guys can see it here. So then I'm gonna go in with some silver dollar. And there is really no like right or wrong way of putting flowers somewhere. And then I'm gonna get some, now eucalyptus doesn't really drape. Even in real eucalyptus, it doesn't really drape. So this is always nice because it'll just, because it's fake, you don't really have to worry about like squishing the stuff in there. And I do want mine relatively tall, but the nice thing about using fake is that I can go in and pull them out after. And I'm not even gonna stick this one in foam. I'm just gonna put this one right down the sides like that. Okay, so then now I'm gonna go in with my flowers. So I've chosen these as my centerpiece. They're really beautiful. They're like burgundy peonies. And I'm gonna cut off the very base here. And some of these are like really tough. I've even had to get my husband to help me because they're wire. So you might have a bit of, oh, that one came off pretty easily. So I'm just gonna, these ones pop off. I don't really like the shade of these greens. I tend not to like orangey looking greens. So I'm gonna go in and put this guy anywhere really. But this is for sure like my focal like color. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. These flowers are kind of getting over the top. And hopefully my Star Wars shirt doesn't like mess up the look in the background. You'll see a picture of it afterwards. Okay, so then I got these ones from Dollar Tree. These ones are really cute. I want to accent with these ones because I didn't want it to be, if you saw my Instagram stories, I just really don't care for like an overflow of orange, which is why I chose like burgundy colored peonies. And so I wanted it to be like cream burgundy, you know, a little bit of darkness in there. So we're gonna go in with another peony. I'm gonna cut here. I also got really cute little pumpkins because I wanted it to not look like just, you know, like I wanted it to be fall. So Hobby Lobby really needs to find a new way of putting stickers on florals because this is literally the worst part of putting florals together. I don't plan on using all these because I actually want to save some for a wreath that I'm going to make for my front door. So I want to have it like, well, you know, like at a wedding, all the flowers will be the same. So that's kind of how I'm planning it for my wreath and my centerpiece. And depending on how many I have, I might also make something for the bathroom, the guest bathroom. So I actually really love how this baby blue eucalyptus is looking. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of that and kind of, I really like how these two are kind of a little bit more symmetrical with each other. So I'm gonna cut some more baby blue. So the key is here is that, you know, when you're standing above it, it might look fine, but the key is to bring it up to like, you know, if you were sitting down, you could look at it. So you don't want there to be like any gaps along here. Like you want it to look really full. So, and even from the top, like it's still pretty, like it looks like there's quite a few gaps in some places. So I'm gonna go in with more greenery. And because this is going on my counter, I want to make sure that all sides look pretty even because people are going to be looking at it from all angles. But if you were putting it like on a corner or something like that, well, I think I'm done. I'm like looking at it from far away, making sure that I'm not seeing like any large gaps. There's a little gap in here. I'm gonna put something in there. And if you're doing like another project, I always say to like don't throw these away, because you could use these to make like on your wreath. If you're doing anything like that, you could totally use these because they are a lot shorter. So don't throw those away if you're planning on another project. All right, so I'm gonna take a picture and you guys will see it here, but that is my final creation. I'm pretty happy with it. I really like the colors. I like the gold and like the glitter that's popping out. I'm not gonna use the orange pumpkins. I just don't think that they really, like, I mean, maybe for some people, if they really like, you know, the orange color, but I really want the emphasis to be on like an evenness, and like, I don't want the orange to pop. I want it to be like an even burgundy gold. So I wanted to show you guys the centerpiece and better lighting. I set up my little photography setup here, but I wanted to show you guys just like overall what it looks like when you turn it around. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, that's the final look, guys. What do you think? Let me know. And if you make your own, please do let me know. I'm gonna take another photo with it on my island, maybe on a day when it's sunny, because right now the lighting is terrible, and I also don't have a proper runner yet that I want for my decor. So that's that.